From Sri Krishna Master College.
Right.
Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. ஆழ்வாரும் பெருமானாஜிய திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஆபதாமபஹர்த்தாரம் தாதாரம் சர்வசம்பதாம் லோகாபிராமம் ஸ்ரீராமம் பூயோ பூயோ நமாம்யஹம். హరే కృష్ణ. చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు శ్యామల and all. Yeah.
Thank you,
Very,
Mataji.
very soothing to listen to.
Haribol.
Yeah. Today,
Mataji.
yeah. Today I was, we were talking about Hanuma, my daughter Vibha and myself. And then in Sundara Kanda only, in Kishkinda, when Hanuma first meets Rama. Okay, so he goes there in a disguise, right? He doesn't really show who he is, right? And when he goes there as is, but then he wants to know who he is because Sugriva sends Hanuma, telling him, find out, maybe these are all people who are after me, so that I can, maybe my brother sent them. Okay, so figure out who these people are and if they are after me. That's what Sugriva tells Hanuma. And so Hanuma goes and in a different form, like he's and then he talks. And when he talks, Rama nicely listens to the entire thing that Hanuma has to say. Like he asks very nice questions like, oh, your arms look so look like you are a kshatriya. Why are you wearing all these tapasa vastrams and going around? Questions like that. And then Rama tells, looks like this person, whoever is talking to us, is very nice. Very nice. What he says is, um, um, he sounds like he's somebody who is well versed in Vyakarana Shastra. Okay, and he also says, his words are also all meaningful. And everything sounds so good. Somebody who has read all Rigveda, Yajur, Samaveda, all the Vedams, anything. And then he says very beautifully, మాటలు చాలా స్తుతిమెత్తగా వస్తున్నాయి. Okay, so I'm just reminded of that description when you were like, gently, they are not in a very high tone, they are not in a very low tone, they're just very, what is it? Very, very soothing to hear.
Oh my God, this is really a big thing for me, Mataji.
It's very nice. Ucharayati kalyanim vacham hrudaya harinim. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. So very beautiful. Well said.
Thank you, Mataji. Only because of Krishna's blessing only I'm able to recite. When first time Prabhuji sing Gajendra Stuti, I thought this is not on my plate. I just thought only that thing. And after that, with only the blessings of Prabhuji and Krishna, I'm able to recite this.
Let Krishna will bless us to do the right things anyways.
Thank you.
So is Hanuma in Lanka? Did we bring Hanuma to Lanka?
Okay, Mataji is still going on.
Hey, how come? He came, right? He landed in Lanka. He looks around. He looks around. If
Yeah.
he had finished first Sarga, it just means he landed in
Trikuta Parvat.
Trikuta Parvatam is where Lanka is. So he is seeing from across Trikuta Parvatam. Oh, that's
Mataji,
where Lanka is.
I have one question, Mataji. Here, Trikuta Parvatam. Because in the Gajendra Stuti also.
Yeah, in Trikuta.
That is in spiritual world. Spiritual world, Trikuta Parvatam.
Okay.
Also, there are yugas difference in between.
Mm.
And Trikutam means what? 3 peaks. They could be anywhere. My mom's last name is Trikuta.
Oh, very nice.
So Trikuta could be anywhere it has like 3 P's, right?
So in your family already Trikuta is there. So no surprise that you are telling Ramayana and Sundara Kanda means you are already there.
No, for me, I was like more excited when I got to know what my last name means.
Okay.
Okay, it's called, my last name is Nivarti.
Nivarti. Oh,
Nivarti. Originally, it was Nivrutti.
Nivrutti.
It became Nivarti. I was wondering what this Nivrutti is. Okay, so we just did a little bit of research, and in Ramayanam, there are 2 paths that are described. One is Pravrutti Margam, the other one is Nivrutti Margam. Okay, yeah. Pravrutti Margam is where you are making multiple to get Krishna Prapti, Bhagavad Prapti. You are making lot of efforts. Nivrutti is you are not doing any effort. You did Sharanagati. I was like, okay, I'm so happy this is my last name and this is what the last name means. So, not that it is any great or not that we follow it, because for us it's like, it is a later on thing that you are like, oh, this means something. And then once you know that it is related to what you do, like a chemistry professor knowing, that some nice name to him, and then eventually figuring it out, oh, it's so related to chemistry, I was born to do this, that's what they figure out, right? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, so yeah, so Hanuma is now in Lanka. He has landed on the shores of Lanka. He didn't get into Lanka, he landed on the shores of Lanka. And once wherever he is looking at, he is getting a really, really good view of Lanka. Okay, there is huge prakaram. Then there are lot of buildings, all eight antastulu, tomida antastulu, like that, multiple floored buildings. There is a huge kandakam, what do we call, agartha, whatever it is called. Back in the day, the kings used to dig a huge canal kind of a thing around the palace gate and then leave huge crocodiles in it. Have you ever heard of that? Krishna, did you hear that? Yeah. So, um, um, if any one of you, if Shamala is not able to turn on video, if anybody else is able to turn on, that is fine too. So there are usually crocodiles or something in those. It's okay, Shamala, if you have to go. If there is a kid that has to attend you, that needs.
Yeah, no. Yeah, yes.
Okay. So what happens is, so that if anybody is going there, then if they, before they get to the gate of the gate, they will be fed by these crocodiles. So that Agartha is there, and then inside that is this Lankapur, the palace of Ravana. There is Ashoka Vanam. There are these Rajamargams. All those things are there in Lanka. Very, very beautifully designed city. Okay, very beautifully designed city. In fact, I think it is in Uttarakanda. They talk about who built Lanka. All of that information comes in Uttarakanda. Okay, so that's the beautiful vision that Hanuma is able to get looking from that distance. Okay. Next. Hmm. And then just like Hanuman is so heavy, right? As soon as he lands, what happens? There's a lot of flowers on that mountain. They all fall off, and looks like he is like completely, um, he looks like just like when we were discussing on, earlier, how he looks like a mountain of flowers. The same look he gets again, like he looks like a mountain of flowers. So he gets here. Any idea which Rakshasi he happens to see here? Anybody? You can type in. Okay. This Rakshasi that he runs into is Lankini. Okay. Uh, so all the hurdles he passes, he finally gets to this place, and then he looks at this beautiful Nagaram, and there are all these beautiful flowers that are going, that all around him, and the boundary wall itself was made of gold and gemstones, and and it was guarded by a lot of demons. Okay, and they were all holding huge uh, you know, uh, swords and other whatever Rakshasas carry their weaponry. They were carrying all of this. And then Hanuma, where credit needs to be given, he just says, oh, this is beautiful Lanka Nagaram. And then slowly he goes and he goes to the northern gate of Lanka. Okay. And then he sees the extensive security around that northern gate of Lanka. And then he's like wondering, how am I going to get through the security, go inside and meet Mother Sita? Okay, and also she needs to be alive by the time he gets in there. And then he suddenly thinks of Neela, Angada, everybody, all the other Vanaras. He came, Jambavan. He thinks of all of them, and then he's like a little bit gets anxious because he's worried. All of them are on the other side. I got here, but look at the security. That will be our biggest concern, right? So we know eventually he will get there. But imagine being a Vanara, um, goes to this city that is practically not penetrable. He cannot go inside, and then he sees strong people with all kinds of machinery and everything. What do we say? How can we even go there? Even imagine trying going to White House or going to the Parliament on our own. What do we say? First thing, there's a lot of security there. How am I going to go there? Hanuma also is Shatru Desham, right? So so when he gets there and he feels like all the flowers fall on him, right? It looks like a nice welcome to him from Lanka too, right? Poolatoti ahvanam palkinattu. So it's like that. So he feels a little anxious thinking about all Angada and everybody else, and he gets very anxious. And then Buddhimatam Varishtam, right? So he told himself, don't be worried about all these things. We have to make our best efforts. Let's go and figure out how to best enter this Lanka. So, and then he takes a very small form and enters the city at night. Question: where is he entering? If you all of you can answer this question, what time are Rakshasas active?
Night.
Night.
Night. And what time does he want to enter?
Night.
Is it safe?
Mm.
It is not safe.
Then why does he think the night is the best time to enter? That's why we when I said, right, when we are looking at Ramayana, if you look at in story perspective, we can get this doubt. Nighttime is when Rakshasas are all awake and then they're having a lot of fun time. Because even if we do things at late in the night, what do our parents say? My mom, at least, she would say, like Rakshasas, why do you want to work at night, right? పెద్దవాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో అంటారు కదా.
Mhm.
So that's what is. So here is the deeper meaning is that one of the deeper meanings is that anybody any guesses?
మేబీ అదంతా రాక్షస లోకం కాబట్టి రాక్షసులంతా యాక్టివ్గా ఉంటారు. సీతమ్మ మాత్రం కామ్గా ఉండొచ్చు, కనుక్కోటానికి ఈజీగా అవుతుంది అని ఏమన్నా అట్లా.
Yeah, but amidst he has to get through all these rakshasas to get there, but it's a good guess too. You want to think about it and give an answer tomorrow? Because it's very normal, fair enough question, right? Because another observation we did in Balakanda, when Vishwamitra wants to come and take Rama with him, Ramam Rajiva Lochanam. Dasharatha says Ramam Rajiva Lochanam. He's like that of a lotus that wakes up in the morning.
Yeah.
And you are asking him, he his eyes are so beautiful that he wakes up in the morning, and you are asking him to come at night, which is when all the Rakshasas are awake. And he will be awake only in the morning, and you want him to guard at night. But here, that's why I'm telling that situation. And here he gets here at night, then it makes sense to not send Rama at night. But here, if asuras are active at night, why is Hanuman going at night? Think about it. Okay, and answer tomorrow. Okay? Come up with at least few answers. There could be something. And answer is, don't look at the storyline. Go a little deeper what Ramayana is trying to say. Okay. So another question. He crossed 1,000 yojanas. Do you think he must be hungry by now? Right? He didn't
Yeah.
even take any of the fruits that Mainaka offered. What happens? So in fact, Valmiki himself was very surprised this time. That's a ha. So he says, he uses the expression ha. But how come Hanuma is not tired after crossing 1,000 yojanas? Okay. So Hanuman himself says that when you are so focused in doing some karyam, okay, you will forget what you like to do. You will forget hunger or sleep. You want to do it, you will do it. Right? Tell kids tomorrow morning or in the evening, all of us going for ice cream. From the point you tell them, they will make sure every few minutes. Oh, everything that they talk about is around that 5 o'clock going to ice cream thing.
Yes.
Right? So Hanuman is he has that Acharya Nishta. Rama has told, Sugriva has told me to do this one. So I have to go follow my king's orders. Right? So he does that. So, okay. So then what he does is he's thinking of immediately, how am I going to rescue Sita from here? Okay. But that's the beauty of Hanuman. Instead of worrying, how am I going to get through all of this? His only motive was to find Sita. That's what his focus is. Just like Arjuna focuses on the eye of the bird, Hanuma was very focused. That's the greatest quality we. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then he says, okay. Then what does he do? He sees everything with what light then? He sees everything with moonlight around. The moon is very bright. So he sees because moon is compared in this sarga here as a conch as well as a shell. Conch, you know, right?
Yeah.
Conch, adi
Shankam.
Shankam, yeah. Okay. Both swan and conch, both of them are representing pure knowledge. So where there is pure knowledge, the darkness will go away. Now you get the answer for your previous question.
Yes,
Hanuma
yes.
is knowledge. And once Hanuma arrives, all the darkness is gone.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So he is Acharya. And pristine, with like the conch shell, he is like a swan. He is like they say, right? A swan does this when you mix milk and water, it separates milk and water.
Yeah.
Right? And then the whiteness purifies the purity of knowledge. So that's what Hanuman is compared into this. Okay. Then he starts his searching mission in that moonlight, and then um, um, he goes in search of Sita. And when he goes there in search of Sita, who does he encounter? Have you heard of Lankini?
Lankini. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, Mataji.
Also, there is one beautiful shloka in second adhyayam. Bhutaschartha vipadyante desakala viroditaha arthanarthantare buddhir nischitapi na sobhate ghatayanti hi karyani duta panditamaninaha. So he also tells about, like I told you, right? Ramayana is learnt in multiple ways. This is how a duta should be. Because of him, whatever Maitri is possible should not be spoiled. Okay? Whatever effort he put in crossing the thing, that should not be. Rajaniti Shastram is also part of Sundarakanda or Ramayanam, we said, right? Rajaniti Shastram is also part of this. Okay, that's why he takes a smaller form. Okay. um uh, and then this is this I was telling you, right? Senkaprabam kshiramrunala varnaha madgachamanam vyavabhasamanam dadarsa chandram sahari praviraha popluyamanam sarasiva hamsam. So those are all the adjectives for Hanuma. Sarasiva hamsam, we said, like hamsa. Senkaprabam, like senkam. And dadarsa chandram, like chandra. Okay. And all these things. Okay. Ah. Mhm. So when they talk about ratri, doing anything ratri, it is ajnanam. Okay, it is ajnanam. Ratri, the darkness is considered as ajnanam. Because Hanuma arrives, who is Acharya, that all that ajnanam, the darkness will be gone. Anywhere Hanuma is not there, it is dark. He is Acharya. So anywhere Lanka is obviously in Ajnanam. So once he arrives,
Yes.
once Acharya comes, our Jnana Jyoti will light up. That's why it is dark at time. Okay? So you don't have to think too much till tomorrow.
This is very nice point, Mataji. That
Yeah.
maybe first time I'm hearing this point.
Because a lot of Ramayanam is such a way. See, we may not be able to finish everything, but I don't want to rush and say important parts of Sundarakanda. Anyways, we got till Lanka. We will see what he did in second sarga, what he does in third sarga, like that will go. And eventually we'll continue. At least we will know where to continue from. That's why I was thinking, maybe we'll just do like 10 points, all Sundarakanda. But we will do sarga by sarga. Whenever we meet, whenever Prabhu doesn't come, right? We start from that sarga. But at least we will know what is there in first sarga. First sarga, we all know all the things he had to cross to get to Lanka.
Yeah.
Second sarga, he gets there and it's all dark over there. And what he is compared to, like Sankam and all these things, like some basic points, and how he is welcomed with all the flowers that fell on him. Okay, then that's it. That's all second sarga says. Now we'll move on to third sarga. Okay, third sarga. So he gets there. Beautiful conversation. Then he gets there. There is one Rakshasi. This Rakshasi looks like Lanka Nagaram. Like, so that's why she's named Lankini. Okay, the point being, she takes the Rupam of Lanka. Like somebody has to guard Lanka, right? If somebody completely is guarding Lanka, that Rupam is called Lankini. Okay, so Lankini looks at him and he says, she asks questions. Hey Vanalaya, who are you? What is your work here? Okay, tell me the truth, why you are here. This Lanka is being protected by Ravana. Okay, and Ravana himself is like is Rakshasa himself, right? Why are you standing here and do you think you are going to threaten me? That's what she says. And then Hanuma tells Hanuma tells her, very, very beautiful conversation. I'll read the shlokas from this thing. I haven't memorized it, but it's a very beautiful conversation. But I know the bits and pieces of it. He says, the Hanuma says, okay, you asked me these questions, but you have this Vikruta Rupam. Who are you? Okay, you have this Vikruta Rupam. Oh, Vikruta Rupam, no, nuveverivi, he asks. And then you are standing over here in front of this door, and why are you scaring me? You look like somebody who is scaring me. And then she tells. So let me read that beautiful part of the shloka. For me, many a times when I read it, some lines are so funny. So when the lines are so funny, then you are like, you'll think, oh, what a beautiful conversation this is. Like even in everyday time, so he says, kastvam kena cha karyena iha prapto vanalaya. So he says, kastam kena cha karyena, ఏం పని నీకు నువ్వు ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు వచ్చావు? కదస్వేహ యత్తత్వం యావత్ ప్రాణాధరంతితే నసఖ్యం కల్వియం లంకా ప్రవేష్టం వానరత్వయ. నువ్వు లోపలికి రాలేవు ఎందుకు? రక్షిత రావణ బలే అభిగుప్త సమంతత. రావణుడే వాడున్నాడు, హీజ్ రక్షిస్తున్నాడు, నువ్వు లోపలికి రాలేవు అని అంటాడు. అప్పుడు హనుమంతుడు చక్కగా అడుగుతాడనమాట. ఏమంటాడంటే, వికృత రూపం, లైక్ షీ హస్ దిస్ స్కేరీ ఫేస్, రైట్? కథయిష్యామి తే తత్వం యన్మాం త్వాం పరిపృచ్ఛసి కాత్వం విరూపనయన. విరూపంగా కళ్ళున్నాయి నీకు, విరూపనయన. పురద్వారేవ తిష్టతి, ఎవరు నువ్వు? విరూపనయన, ఎవరు నువ్వు? కిమర్థం చాపి మామృద్వా నిర్భస్తయసి దారుణ అని అంటారు. అంటే విరూపనయన ఎవరు నువ్వు అని, అంటే మొహం మీదే ఇంత వికృతంగా ఉన్నావు, ఎవరు నువ్వు అని అంటాడు హనుమంతుడు. అప్పుడు ఏమంటుంది, ఈ శ్లోకాలు కొంచెం మోర్ పాపులర్. ఇవేమంటుందంటే శ్లోక నెంబర్ 28 and 30th థర్డ్ సర్కల్. అహం రాక్షస రాజస్య రావణస్య మహాత్మనః ఆజ్ఞాపత్రీక్ష దుర్దర్శ రక్షామి నగరీమిమాం. అహం ఫస్ట్ ఏమంటుంది? అహం రాక్షస రాజస్య అంటుంది. అహం తీసుకోవాలి అక్కడి నుంచి. దాని తర్వాత అహం హి నగరీ లంకా స్వయమేన ప్లవంగమ సర్వత పరిరక్షామి హేతత్తే కథితం మయ. మళ్ళీ అంటుంది, ఏమంటుంది? అహం హి నగరీ లంకా స్వయమేవ ప్లవంగమ. అహం అహం అంటుంది కదా. ఓకే, అహం అంటే ఏమిది ఇక్కడ? వాట్ డస్ దిస్ అహం, వాట్ డస్ దిస్ శ్లోక మీన్? దిస్ ఇస్, షీ సేస్ దట్ మహానుభావ రావణ ఈజ్ రూలింగ్ దిస్ లంకా నగరం అండ్ he told me, he gave this agnya to protect this Lanka Nagaram. So without my permission you cannot go inside, and I'm going to give you a nice smack. So you will fall down. That's what she tells Hanuma. And then Hanuma says, no, I came here to look at all the gardens and everything here. That's what he says. Then he says, this Lanka Nagaram, you cannot see without beating me up. Like you have to, we will duel, we'll fight. And there is no way I'm letting you go in. Hanuma wanted to say, I'm here on B1 tourist visa, but that lady is like very difficult, immigration officer. He says, no, you cannot go inside. So he says, okay. She only says, you will have to beat me up to get inside. Right? So that nicely Hanuma takes his arachet toti, he'll give one on her. That's it. Once he gives, like, he holds his left hand, makes a fist out of it, and then after a little she makes a large noise and she falls off. Okay. Then immediately she says, this is the beauty of it. He doesn't kill her. Immediately said, yes, O Mahanubhava Anugrahincha. Just, please hang in there. Do not hurt me. Let me tell you. I am Lanka Nagari and you have defeated me. I am Lanka Nagari and you have defeated me. Then Brahma, sometime back, he gave me a varam saying that one day one Vanara will come and show his parakramam and beat you up. That day you can leave this place. Okay, and he is here. Remember, when this happens, realize that all the Rakshasas are going to be killed. And realize that they are coming here to take Sita.
So Lankan is also cursed by someone.
Brahma.
Okay.
But he is like, no curse is real curse in ours. Curse is always something that has some benefit to it. Any curse you take in throughout our this thing, there are no curses at all. Every curse will have something nice. Right? When you look at Damodarashtakam, two Gandharvas were asked to become vrukshams, two huge trees forever. They cannot move. They're stuck there forever. But who comes to rescue them? Right? Who doesn't want? So if somebody says, oh, you become tree, someday Krishna will come. Same thing, right? Sabari. His guru says, the pious Rama will come to your ashramam. She just waits. Because that's the point, right? And once Rama Darshanam is done, you don't even have to ask him anything. You're going straight to Ayodhya. Right? Okay. So he says, సో రాక్షసుల వినాశం ఇంకా తప్పదు, నువ్వు వచ్చావు, నీ పనులన్నీ కానిచ్చుకో, నువ్వు లంక లోపలికి వెళ్ళు, నువ్వు చేయాల్సినవన్నీ చేసుకో, నువ్వు చక్కగా అంతా తిరిగి సీతమ్మని వెతుక్కో అంటుంది. సో he gets another beautiful welcome inside Lanka. So kastvam kena cha karyena iha prapto vanalaya, she says, right? Why are you here? Vana. So look at the beauty of those words. Vanalaya. So Vanalaya, why are you over here? Vanalaya is vanamlo undalsina vadivi. Neeku ikkadem pani. The one who has to be in vanam, in a forest, you have to be there. What is your work over here? So Vanalaya has a deeper meaning to it. What is the deeper meaning is, in Upanishad, Vanam means Brahman. Vanam means Brahman. So, you have to, you are like, you are this Brahma who have to live like that. Why are you inside this? your Vanalaya. Okay. Tatvam Virupanayana, he says. And he says, Vikruta Kandlunnai niku, Vikrutamaina, you have scary eyes. Who are you? He asks. Right? Next question he asks. So she says, I am Maya, I am Prakruti, and I am Ajnanam. Even though it sounds like a very funny conversation between you are somebody who is enlightened. Why are you at a place where there is darkness? That's the conversation, inner meaning of that conversation. So like this, in Ramayanam, so many shlokas are there that sound like a very funny conversation between a Rakshasi and Hanuma or somebody. Okay, any conversation, if you look at the storyline, it is also funny also, right? To see, calling her Vikruta Virupa Nayana, right? Looking at somebody for talking to their face like that, it's fun for. But the deeper meaning is, you are somebody who has a Brahmagnani. What are you doing in this in this place? And then so the Hanuma is saying, yeah, you are the Ajnanam. Okay, so once the somebody with Brahmajnanam comes, Ajnanam will go away. That is the point of Hanuma entering Lanka. Okay, Hanuman entering. So that two words are very important: Vanalaya, and Virupanayana. Okay, we have time for another sarga. Okay. Then, in the very first shloka, Hanuman enters, in the fourth sarga, Hanuman enters into the, not through the main gate. Okay. He doesn't go through the gate. He goes through the prakaram. Okay. He goes through that, there is
Wall.
the surrounding wall, port wall like that.
Yeah.
He enters that. He doesn't go through the main door. Why? Whenever, again, all the CIA, FBI people should know this. What is it? That when you are entering somebody else's Shatru Rajyam, you have to not go through a
Main
proper.
door.
Do not leave any paper trail. Like in movies, we know, right? So he is there to get rid of Ravana. Why will he go through the main door? Everybody will know that a new Duta is coming inside, or a foreigner is landing in, right? Okay. Then Hanuman gets through this. Then Hanuman starts looking for Sita from here. As soon as he enters, there is not much discussion. But the beauty of it is, again, some of the verses we will see. Hanuman enters into there, and then he sees around lot of homes around, and then when he enters, he puts his left foot inside first. Right? Yeah, why? Pravishta sattva sampanno nisaya marutatmajaha. Chakreta padam savyam cha satrunam satumurthani. Pravishta sattva sampanno nisaya marutatmajaha. So he puts his left foot and gets in there. And then he describes all the beautiful homes that are over there, how beautifully they are all decorated. Many of them decorated with specials, all the monies and vaiduriams and all those things. And some are modern, some are old constructions, like some are very traditional. So variety of homes, and they were all like called brightly lit homes. Okay. And then he keeps looking at each of the homes because his job is to find Sitama. He looks at each of the homes and is walking in. And then he says that. And then he hears some people singing too. Okay, just giving you a picture of how once he enters Lanka, what happens. There's some people who are singing and some of them who are dancing. And then he can hear women walking around in their homes because they're all making all these gulligal, that anklets noises and everything. So he some of them are doing japam and some of them are doing Veda Patanam, I don't know why they are doing so late in the night, Veda Patanam, all those things. And then Rajmargam he sees all the Rakshasa Balam, and then he sees all the Ayudas that they have, all the weaponry that they have. It's a good idea, right, for him to get an idea of what the city is like, and he's in a small form, and then he keeps going around. Then he sees people. When he sees people, how they are. Nati Gauran, Nati Krishna, Nati Kubjan na Vamanan, Virupan, Bahurupamscha, Surupamscha, Suvarchana. So he sees all the Rakshasas, how they are. Some of them are very dark, some of them are very fair, some of them have a hunch in the back, some of them are short, some of them are. So he's describing how Rakshasas look. For us, usually Rakshasa means dark, Kommulu.
Yeah.
The reason why I am doing this description is Rakshasas come in all forms.
Yes.
Some of them are fair, people can also be Rakshasas. Rakshasas means not people who are like Rakshasas are a jati of people. They are also people only. But the jati is Rakshasa jati. For them, within that Rakshasa jati also, a lot of people are there who do Vedadhyanam. Ravana is a Rakshasa, he does Vedadhyanam.
Yeah.
Vibhishana is a Rakshasa who does Vedadhyanam. Yes, Sarita?
Vibhishana is also same Rakshasa Jati, but he's very soft nature, no?
Very, very pious. Yes, very pious. Yeah, yeah. And then when he sees all these Rakshasas, and then he also see it is very beautifully decorated malas they are wearing. They all have nice perfumes around. The homes are all very beautifully decorated. And in the middle of all of this, he sees Ravana's palace. And he sees how huge it is. Okay. And then he says it's nothing he has ever seen. It's beautiful. Okay. And then mostly this is Lanka Nagaram description. Now, why should we know Lanka Nagara description? Question. Because when I told you, right, every bit of Ramayana is very important. Why are we doing Lanka Nagara Varnana? Any guesses? To tell that this is actually there? No. Okay. Do you remember Ayodhya Kanda? Did you do? We didn't do Ayodhya Kanda. The other session, anybody attended Ayodhya Kanda? Okay. In Ayodhya Kanda, the Ayodhya is described.
Yes.
Ayodhya is described, but not the Nagaram extensively. The people of Ayodhya are described.
Yes, yes, Mataji. I remember one bit.
So that is the beauty of it. When Valmiki talks about Ayodhya, it is not about how the city is, it's about the people.
Well,
Lanka is very beautiful, lot more richer perhaps even to look at. But the buddhi
yeah.
or the gunam not described.
Yes.
So always Lanka, Ayodhya, there is difference. So things may look really very beautiful on the outside. Okay.
Yeah.
And they will be described on the outward appearance only.
Yeah, like we are usually one line is there in our regular life now, Mataji. Don't guess the book with their cover page.
Cover page, yeah. The Lanka is cover page. Okay, there is nothing inside. So, but he is amazed at the wealth, the prakaralu, the Rajaprasadam, everything is like huge and beautiful. And he is like, if you read it, you are like, oh my goodness, this probably the smells, Pula Sugandhalu, Sugandha Dravyalu, పెద్ద పెద్ద ప్రాకారాలు, పెద్ద పెద్ద భవనాలు, వజ్రాలు, వైడూర్యాలు అవన్నీ మెరవడము, ఆర్ రాజప్రాసాదంలో అంతమంది స్త్రీలందరూ అంత చక్కగా తయారై పట్టు వస్త్రాలు, చినిచినంబరాలు అన్నీ వేసుకుని ఉంటే అబ్బా అని అనిపిస్తుంది కదా. లైక్ దెర్ ఇస్ there is this you know um, uh, lot of times some weddings, they make all these wedding settings, like people want to take pictures over there, right? Yeah, so things like that, so which go always. And then eventually Hanuman in fifth sarga also, that's the end of fourth sarga. In fifth sarga also he keeps looking for Sita, and um, he hears lot of people. um, uh, he goes into actually Ravana Antapuram. Okay, he goes inside Ravana Antapuram and he looks around. Okay, and then he sees how Ravana is sleeping, how there are so many women over there in the Raja Prasadam, and how there is so much food, so much lot of things that he sees over there. Some of them are really nice people, some of them are so he goes into the Ravanantapuram, and then he is like giving us description. How is it? He says, లోకస్య పాపాని వినాశయంతం మహోదధిం చాపి సమేదయంతం భూతాని సర్వాణి విరాజయంతం దదర్శ సీతాంసు మథాభియాంతం. సో తెలుగులో చెప్తాను ఇది, తర్వాత మనం ఇంగ్లీష్లోకి కష్టపడి ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేసుకుందాం. ఎట్లా ఉందంట, వెండి పంజరంలో ఉన్న హంసలాగా ఉందంట, మందర పర్వత గుహంలో ఉన్న సింహంలాగా ఉందంట, మదించిన ఏనుగు పైన ఒక వీరుడిలాగా ఆకాశంలో ఉన్న చంద్రుడు ప్రకాశిస్తున్నాడు. అయితే చంద్రవర్ణనం ఇది. The beauty of that's how Chandra is. It's very beautifully described. Why is the Chandra why is Chandra described here is because Chandra is Chandra Bhagavan. Why is he Chandra Bhagavan? Because he is helping Hanuma in search of Sita. That's why Chandra is praised here as Chandra Bhagavan. And why is Ramachandra called Ramachandra? 16 గుణాల పరిపూర్ణత ఉంది కాబట్టి he is Ramachandra. Okay, so Chandra Bhagavan, he becomes here Chandra Bhagavan. Okay, and then he talks about how all these Rakshasis are, all these they're all very heavy people. Some of them are very beautiful, and then some of them are buddhimantulu, kontamandi astikulu. Some people believe in God, some people are nastikulu, some people have really good gunas. Not everybody is like that, and some of them are parishuddha swabhavam, somebody are not. Like all kinds of people. The point Hanuman is trying to make is even though they are Rakshasas, there are also people with good values. Some people who have good buddhi, all those things.
How he know just by seeing them? I mean, he's not interacting with anyone, no? How
they were presenting themselves.
Oh, he's observing all.
He's seeing all these women. Also, what is he seeing? He's seeing their faces, he's seeing their eyes, and he's seeing their abharanams, their jewelry.
Okay, body language.
Then as soon as he sees face and then their eyes, he will know whether they are asura stris or not. Because Ravana, he conquered everywhere. He got a lot of ranis, the queens and princesses from other got lot of princesses from other places. They didn't have a choice. Why he is describing some of them were good people? Because some of them, even though they are good, they couldn't resist Ravana's torture. and nobody came to look for him. So they said, okay, Ravana, we will just stay with you. Those princesses didn't have an option, and that's what Valmiki wants us to know. So these are not perhaps probably just born in Lanka. These could be princesses from other people, other places too.
Maybe forcefully they are here. Yeah.
So when he looks at their face, he can say,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So Sundarakandam is basically divided into 3 parts. One is Anveshana. We are still in the Anveshana part. The second part is Darshanam, where we'll get to the part where he gets Sita Darshanam. And then the third part is Virodhi Nirasanam. What is it? He'll fight against Ravana and other Rakshasas, right? So he goes and looks for her. But he looks for among all those women, because he's looking at face and figuring out whether is this Sita, is this Sita, is this Sita, right? But he cannot find Sitama. Very beautiful shloka, he says. Avyakta rekam iva chandra rekam pam supratigdham iva hema rekam kshatraprarudham iva bana rekam vayu prabhinnam iva megha rekam. Such a beautiful shloka. So, why? Because he says, Sitama is like the Chandra Rekha. కనిపించని ఒక చంద్రలేఖలాగా, మట్టి పట్టిన ఒక బంగారు తీగలాగా, బాణపు దెబ్బ తగిలి లోపల దట్ ఆరో ఇస్ ఆల్రెడీ ఇన్ దే, పైకి మానిన గాయంలాగా. ఓకే, అండ్ గాలికి చెదిరిన మేఘరేఖలాగా ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది సీతమ్మ అని అనుకుంటున్నాడు హనుమంతుడు. ఫర్ హిమ్ సీత ఈజ్ లైక్ దిస్ ఇన్విజిబుల్ చంద్రరేఖ. ఓకే, మట్టి పట్టిన బంగారు తీగ, లోపల మెరుస్తూ ఉంది, బట్ బికాస్ షీఈస్ బీన్ హియర్ ఆల్ దిస్ వైల్, మట్టి పట్టిన ఒక బంగారు రేఖ. బట్ ద బ్రైట్నెస్ ఇస్ దేర్, ద షైన్ ఇస్ దేర్, ద గ్రేట్నెస్ ఇస్ దేర్, the purity is there of whiteness. Means she's there, but she's not there. అంటే కాంతి తగ్గి ఉంటుందని అన్నిటి విషయాల్లో ఏం తెలుపుతున్నారు? She may have lost her brightness because she is away from Sri Ramachandra, right? So such beautiful verses, అందమైన వివరణ. ఓకే, సో కొంచెం హనుమంతుడు కొద్దిగా బాధపడతాడు అనమాట, సీతమ్మ ఇస్ నాట్ విజిబుల్ ఎనీవే. Then he goes to lot of other bhavanams in 6th adhyaya, in 6th sarga. He still looks for Sita everywhere, and then he goes to lot of కక్షల్లాగా ఉంటాయి కదా లోపల, పార్టీషన్స్ ఇన్సైడ్ రావణాస్, this thing. He goes into all of those places, and he says one part of the palace has all the elephants, one part has all the ashwam, the horses, and then some places where all the rathikas will be there, charioteers where they stay. And then one place he sees all these beautiful, imagine all the parimala dravyams, the perfumes are being made, and some place where they are making all the mangala vaidyams, like all these kakshas are there. And then when he outside kakshas, all the outside partitions, people were all shouting. Inside they were all very calm because they are scared Ravana is inside, right? So once he goes there, then he sees Prahasta. He is one of the ministers of Ravana. He goes Mahaparshva, Prahasta, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishana. He goes to all these bhavanams and he looks for Sita. Then Mahodara, Virupaksha, Vidyujjihva, Vidyunmali, Vajradramshtas, Sukha, Sarana, Indrajit. He goes and looks in all these bhavanams, but He sees what he sees. He sees only Aishwaryam in all those places. They're all extremely rich people. Okay, and then beauty of it, Valmiki doesn't say they are all Lakshmivans, but he says Valmiki says లక్ష్మీవంతుడైన హనుమంతుడు ఇవన్నీ చూశాడంట. లక్ష్మీవంతుడైన హనుమంతుడు ఇవన్నీ చూశాడు అని అంటే ఏంటి అక్కడ? చూసేదేమో అన్ని ఇంద్రభవనాలన్నీ, బట్ లక్ష్మీవాన్ హనుమంత has seen all these things. What does he mean? Because the real Lakshmi is not in the gold or not in the vajrams and the vaidurams that they have. స్వామి కైంకర్య లక్ష్మి ఈయన దగ్గర. The wealth is having right, the wealth is being able to do Perumal Kainkaryam, Swami Kainkaryam. And the greatest hero we can say, because Sita and Rama are always together. There was one opportunity when they were separate from each other, and Hanuma becomes the biggest hero to bring them back together. They were always together. Then opportunity presented, and Hanuma becomes the hero. Of course, that is Lakshmivan, right? Lakshmivantudaina Hanumantudu. And then he also sees all the ayudams that Ravana has around him, everything that he's carrying. And then he sees all kinds of these things everywhere. And then there is this beautiful Mahagruham. That Mahagruham, Hanuma finally enters. Yeah. So we will stop at that, and we will continue with our seventh and eighth sargas tomorrow. Okay, we will do as much as possible, and then day after Prabhu will come, Kasam Prabhu will come, and then he will continue.
Tomorrow we can see Sitama.
You can try. So that's what I can ask him. We will do a session on Saturday for half an hour. Day after tomorrow, half an hour. We will get to point where at least he sees Sita. Right? But every sarga has something to offer for us.
Yeah.
Because what do? He went to Lanka, so we will miss the Lankini part. We will realize all Lanka description, why we have to read Lanka description. We will leave that. We don't have to leave it, right? Because now we once we see what is happening over there, then we will say, do not focus on the outside. Eventually Lakshmivan is Hanuman.
Okay. Yeah, that's why we don't want to miss Sita.
Yeah.
So
Me too. I don't want to leave like that. Even if I stop here, next thing I usually every time we do Parayanam, right? As soon as Sita is taken away, I want to make sure within 2 days we read Sundara Kanda. And because that happens in Aranya Kanda, read Aranya Kanda, and then because it is so hard to read Rama crying for Sita. It is impossible to even like it. Sometimes I feel not knowing Sanskritam, I can read it really fast because I won't feel the pain as much, but my mind won't keep quiet. So I keep looking at the translation a little bit here and there. And then some of the words, because we've got to read so many times, I already know what word is used there and I know the meaning of the word. It hurts when you're reading anyway.
So you can skip here.
Yeah, because once you start reading, you don't think that you are in Seattle or in Hyderabad or wherever it is. You just get there to that place and you are automatically transported over there, and you know the bhavam that is going on over there.
Yeah.
So
Yes, like just now you showed us Lanka, how it looks.
I think we should do Ayodhya Sarga and live there. And have Ayodhya inside us. Yeah, but it's anything that has too much description on the outside is Lanka. Yeah. Okay. मङ्गलं कोसलेन्द्राय महनीयगुणाप्तये चक्रवर्तितनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलं वेदवेदान्तवेद्याय मेघश्यामलमूर्तये पुंसां मोहनरूपाय पुण्यश्लोकाय मङ्गलं मङ्गलाशासनपरेर्मदाचार्यपुरोगमे सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्ये सत्कृताय तु मङ्गलम् ओमस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, one question. Yeah, when you in the starting classes you said Sita is Jivatma, Rama is Paramatma, no? And
who is Hanuman?
I missed it after that. I didn't attend the other classes. I mean, others. You revealed that.
Yeah, I think so. Jivatmas, we're all Jivatmas. Sitama is our Pratinidhi.
Yeah, Rama is
Telling us
Paramatma.
how to meet Hanuma, how to meet Rama, our Paramatma. So what role will, who has to take care of our Jivatmas in this mortal world? Acharyas. Hanuma
Is
is the role of Acharya.
okay. Got
And
it.
how he is Acharya itself is one session.
Oh, yeah, I didn't 2 sessions or 3 sessions after that. That's why I'm asking.
How he is Acharya itself is one session. We will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can, because Sundarakandam is something we all hold so close, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We'll see. Yeah.
best things. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Matas.
Any other questions? Thank you, Shamala, for turning on the video.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
If you can turn on video tomorrow, anyone else, we'll give a little break to Shamala.
No, Mataji, it's okay. I'm fine. And anybody turn on, even I am also happy to see.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.